This is the book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make good? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there, pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And the reason why I brought out the book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 19, is I came across this article just Googling. I was Googling America and space Sodom, space Gomorrah, and seeing what came up. And this article came up in one of the links, and it was catchy. You know, the letter says, if God doesn't punish America, then God owes the world an apology. And clearly, all right, unless you've been living underneath a rock, the way America's going, and if you believe in the Bible, all right, you believe in the words of the Lord, okay, because that's why I brought out Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is a man that shall not lie, okay. Clear, you could see that America is going to be punished. And what's that punishment? Fire, nuclear fire. But I was looking at this title and I was like, this is very catchy. And of course, I'm gonna put this title as the YouTube title headline. So it's gonna be catchy. It's gonna be a hook. All right, it's gonna be the hook. But let's read this because hey, man, and this is it sounds like an Edomite wrote this, but hey, you got a lot of Edomites in the Bible Belt. So-called Christians that some of them know that, yeah, man, America is Babylon, America is Sodom and Gomorrah, and this place is gonna be punished, But guess what? You're an Edomite, so hey, this is your kingdom, because you'll be the same ones that say America's gonna be destroyed, but yet you're gonna go out and vote, and you're gonna talk about democracy and all this madness, confusion, and that's why these Edomites are nothing but talking confusion people. But let's get into this article. It's just pretty, well written. It says the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were not destroyed for inhospitality. Well, with that being said, in the book of Ezekiel, it talks about Sodom and Gomorrah and how they weren't taking care of the poor, and they were doing unrighteous decrees. Let me get it before I go any further. I'm just going to type it in. Sodom. And it should come up in Ezekiel. I forgot where it's at in Ezekiel. Yeah, right here. It says, Ezekiel 60:49. Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom, pride, fullness of bread, right? A lot of abundance, a lot of wealth, an abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy, right? Didn't give out to the poor and needy. And you see that a lot here in America, man. Here it is. These Edomites have everything, okay? Jake struggling. Jake literally petty pitching. And they don't give a damn, man. They look down on Jake, all right? But yet they want to call themselves a God-fearing country. You're a bunch of hypocrites, man, all right? But yeah, the hospitality part, that's another reason why the Lord judged Sodom and Gomorrah, because that was in the midst of there, all right? There was no hospitality whatsoever, all right? But the main reason, what what was the last straw, so to say, was, that wicked sexual act, which this article is going to get into. So I can't really, I don't really agree. I don't agree with this statement. All right. Yes, Sodom and Gomorrah didn't get the reason why it didn't get destroyed at this particular time, because there were certain things that had to happen, which was the immoral sexual acts. But this was part of the reason why the Lord had to judge Sodom and Gomorrah, because of their inhospitality. All right, their the way they treated the poor, just like what America does. An argument used by some writers to rationalize sinful homosexual LGBTQ unions. And I guess he's using a quote from one of these writers. It says, "Outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah was so great, and their sin so grave, was known by God long before the incident outside Lot's house. The citizens of Gomorrah were absent, but Gomorrah was destroyed too." Now, I don't agree with that either, because in Genesis, the 19th chapter, I'll read this whole thing, because the point is where's the point at? Yeah, 25. All right. It's I'll start at 24, but I'll start from the top. Let me start from the top. It says Genesis 19:1. And there came two angels to Sodom at evening. Right. So in Genesis 18, Abraham was speaking to the Lord and saying, "Hey, can you find if you find 40 righteous people dwelling in Sodom, would you not destroy it?" And the Lord said, "Yeah, peradventure, if I were to find 40 righteous men, I won't destroy it." And then Abraham kept bringing down the numbers, and the Lord said He won't destroy it. And I believe it was at number 10, where at that time the Lord said, "I won't destroy Sodom if it was 10 righteous." So this goes to show you how bad Sodom and Gomorrah was, when there was no righteous. It was only Lot that was righteous. Everybody was wicked in these cities. Okay, and here's where the final straw, man, the nail in the coffin, why the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, because this was it. This was the final act. Genesis 19:1. And there came two angels to Sodom as evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. Right. So he saw the angels, man, and he bowed down. All right, out of sign of respect. But there's certain angels that were like, "Hey, get up!" Like in John the Revelator, when he bowed down, and the angel said, "Hey, get up! I'm thy brethren." All right, so but in this particular part of the story, the angels came and said too, and he said, "Behold, now my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways." And they said, "Nay, but we will abide in the street all night." Right. So the angels what were they doing? Recording the acts of Sodom. Okay, what was going on in Sodom? All right, just that when the scripture says the eyes of the Lord are 10 times brighter than the sun, okay, is because the Lord has His angels, okay, documenting everything, recording everything, and then reporting to the Most High. All right, that's why whenever you see a chariot, when you see a spaceship zooming by, what I think, I'm like, oh man, the angels are on a mission. They must they're about to report something to the Most High, So this is what was going on. 3. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Right, so these angels were eating. Okay, they were able to eat food, man. All right, which goes to show you that these angels are us. All right, that's why it says in Genesis, just paraphrasing it, the Most High was speaking to the angels, "Let us make man in our image, in our liking." There you go. 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young. Old and young. All right? So you're talking about what they say so-called teenagers. All right? Which are just young people. All the people from every quarter. 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Right, so there was a whole bunch of men. This is how wicked Sodom was. A whole bunch of men that wanted to, for lack of better terms, gang raped, okay, run a train on the 2 angels. Okay, also, disclaimer on a side note, this proves that the angels look like us. Because if they look like little green men, if they look like little Martians, these men wouldn't be running, okay, to these angels like that, all right? They'd be terrified. So clearly the angels look like us. Just throwing it out there for edification and disclaimer. For all you idiots out there talking about there's little green men in the spaceships, all right? There's what they call them, the Greys and you know, and so on, and all this other David Icke bullshit, okay? Reptilian idiots out there. They'll talk about reptilians and all that shit. Anyway, just continuing on. I want to jump off on a tangent. 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. 7. And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Right. So obviously they were trying to do some type of sexual act on these angels, man. And Lot was trying to say, hey, man, chill the hell out. Don't be doing this wicked deed. 8. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Clearly this is talking about sexual intercourse. Because why would Lot say that? And you got a lot of these stupid ass people that believe that, that the reason why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed wasn't because of that act. It was because of them not being hospitable, all right? They weren't being hospitable. That was the beginning of it. But this was the last straw, man. And that's why you just got to go to the scriptures. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do to them as good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. 9. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now we will deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. Right, so these maniacs, these gang raping, okay, sickos and freaks were trying to break down the door to engage in intercourse with the angels, man. That's why today, guarantee, man, the angels were walking around. All right, you have some sickos trying to spit game to them in America, man. That's why America's going to be destroyed. That's why, the letter. If God doesn't punish America, then God owes the world an apology. Hey, ain't gonna be no apology, man. The Lord's gonna destroy this place. Okay, He gonna destroy this place for the wickedness that's in the midst of it, man. 10. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. 11. They smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door right. So the angels have to blind the hell out of these wicked as demons, man. 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. 13. For I will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. Right. So that was the mission of the angels. In the very beginning, they were there to watch the wickedness, and they were like, all right, we got to report. But it got so bad that they're like, damn, they're trying to come at us now? Oh, yeah. So they already sent the message to the Lord. Hey, it's time. It's time to destroy this place. 14. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. 15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Right. And then, I'm just going to jump down. All right. Then you had Lot's wife. She looked back, meaning she thought about everything that was good that she had in Sodom, the status she had. That's why she got destroyed. Because, hey, man, the women, majority's women are, they ain't going to make it. Because they're in the spirit of Lot's wife. All right. That's why they're going to take that R5D chip. They're going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. 25. And he overthrew these cities and all the plain and the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. Right. So that leading to that point with this letter, the Lord, all right, hold on. The Lord overthrew all the cities. So I don't know where this is coming from. The citizens of Gomorrah were absent, but Gomorrah was destroyed too. All right, all these cities got destroyed with the inhabitants that were in there. All right, then it says God destroyed these cities because he couldn't find 10 righteous people, either homosexual or heterosexual. All right, it don't matter. Check this out. Make it simple. All right, because you're going off. If you're doing this act, all right, you are grounds, okay, to be put down, to be put to death. Period. Doesn't matter how much money you give to the poor, if you were being hospitable, okay? How many soup kitchens you create. If you're doing this act, all right, you're going to be destroyed. And that's according to Levitical law 20, verse 13, chapter 20, verse 13. As negotiated through Aram, Old Testament prophets identify the sins as LGBTQ personnel, adultery, living in lies, sliding with the wicked, no one turning from evil, lack of social justice, and disregarding the poor. Right, because that was all right? That was the reason why Sodom had to get destroyed. All right, and this wicked act was the final nail in the coffin. Jude, cities, sexual promiscuity, and unnatural vice. Right, so let's go to that one. All right, because Jude said the same thing. So, all you New Testament only jokers, what do you got to say about this? Whoa, what's going on with that? Oh. Salakia. Hold on. What in the... There we go. Shaitan doing his 1 and 2. Gotta go. All right. June 1 and 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner giving themselves over to fornication, all right? Whether it be spiritual fornication, worshiping different gods, doing all types of abominable acts to these gods, and physical fornication. Because it says right here, and going after strange flesh, all right? And set forth an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. There you go. It was an example. Okay? That's an example. What is the word? Wait a minute. Hold on. Example. Because if that was an example, that means that, let's just get the definition. A thing shown. A specimen of anything. Example. A pattern. Right. That's the word. There you go. A pattern. So if America is following the patterns of Sodom and Gomorrah, meaning an example, that means that the next pattern to happen is a destruction like Sodom and Gomorrah. I mean, how hard is that? How hard is to comprehend that? People just want to talk all types of madness. Because clearly that's the pattern. That's the example. Okay, if you're doing the things like Sodom and Gomorrah, then what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? It got destroyed by fire. So America, you're going to be destroyed by fire. It's just what it is. Then he goes on and talks about this, which is weirdo. I don't know. What about couples' love and commitment? Love and commitment outside God's design of marriage. One man and one woman whose love is permanent, faithful, and life-giving to do not create righteousness. Well, first of all, an Israelite man, okay? Now that Christianity madness, that's between that Christianity madness and you clowns, okay? Because according to the Bible, all right, the Bible that was given to the children of Israel, an Israelite man can have more than one wife. That's why there's laws that talk about if you have 2 wives, okay? One that you love, one that you hate, all right? Isaiah 4 and 1. 7 women shall grab hold to one man. What's that talking about, okay? Let's talk about, and marriage is via the act of sex, not not the ceremony. Yes, you got the ceremony, all right, the part, but it's via act of sex, okay? That's what marriage is. Neither does inhospitality alone bring divine judgment, all right? Right, because it wasn't just that alone. There was many things that were happening in Sodom and Gomorrah. Says, I don't know who that is, all right? I guess they're trying to say that's what the Messiah's name is, all right? But that's not his name. So Yahushua was denied passage through Samaria. Response, he went to Jerusalem another way. 2 towns that rejected the apostles of their preaching, healing, raising the dead, cleansing lepers, and expelling demons. Yahushua said it would be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah on the judgment day than for those towns. It is not because of inhospitality, but because Sodom and Gomorrah knew nothing about Hamashiach, whereas those towns did, and they still refuse to believe. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? Hey, you're absolutely right. Because in this day and age, everybody knows about the Bible. Everybody can do any type of history, research, okay? That can prove that the Bible's validity is the truth. And clearly, the way this world is going, they don't care about it. They don't care. So yeah, it is going to be worse, especially for our people, because you knew better, man. And you know, okay, about the Hebrew Israelites and bringing out what the Lord, thus saith the Lord, according to what the scripture says, not according to what so-called Christianity is. So yeah, so, you know, I agree with that, okay? Because these people know about the Lord. They know about Yahushua and what his mission was. And they refuse to take heed, all right? Mainly our people. But the rest of y'all, because if the rest of y'all really believed in the Bible, you would make sure that the children of Israel will be back in their homeland, all right? You wouldn't be doing all these abominable acts that you allowed in America. So yeah, so you know what? Hey, it is coming. So as Pastor John Hagee once said, if God doesn't punish America, then God owes the world an apology for destroying Sodom and Gomorrah. But guess what? Okay? The Lord is going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And I believe he wrote this as being I believe like a tongue in cheek. All right, let me look up that word tongue in cheek real quickly, because the way he's writing it, he knows America's gonna be destroyed. Okay. Tongue in cheek meaning. Right, so he does it in a joking sense. If you say something tongue-in-cheek, you tend it to be understood as a joke, although you might appear to be serious. I think he's being facetious. That's not the word. Facetious. Facetious. There we go. Treating serious issue with liberty, inappropriate humor. All right? Right. Yeah, it's tongue in cheek. Okay, yeah. So he's joking. He's like, man, if God doesn't punish America, then God owes the world an apology. But he breaks it all down right here that, yeah, this place is going to be judged. Okay, so yeah, it is a tongue in cheek. He's being facetious. All right, so yeah, I stand corrected because I was right in the beginning, you know. But hey, that's why it's always good to look into things. So Jeremiah 50, I'm gonna close up with this one. You know, I was jumping around. I just went with the spirit with this. I just wanted to make a point out of this. Jeremiah 50 and 40. As God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Right. So just like the God of the Bible, as an example, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, he's going to overthrow America. 41, behold, the people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Right, so about the nations, starting with the Russians, the Medes, all right, which are the modern day Medes, okay, because all you got to do is Google where the modern day, where the ancient Medes were located at, and that's where Russia's at today. Okay, and the Russians are coming with their allies to destroy America with intercontinental ballistic missiles. You bet. You know, if you don't like hearing intercontinental ballistic missiles from my videos, stop watching my videos, because I'm gonna keep saying it, because you know it's coming. All right, it's the truth. 42. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. Everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. Yep, it's talking about America. All right, America is also known as a daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon. Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, spiritually Egypt and Sodom. All right, you know, last one, because who's ruling America? Who's allowing this madness, this wickedness to be pushed in this country? All right, the Edomites. Jeremiah 49:17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. 18. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Right. So there's your pattern. Okay. Sodom and Gomorrah was overthrown by the Most High via fire. Babylon, America, which is ruled by the Edomites, are going to be overthrown by fire, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. There's your pattern. That's the example. So, yeah. Hey, the Lord is a man that shall not lie. The Most High is a man that shall not lie. It's going to happen. All right, he's going to do which pleases him. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there, pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep the door. Keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. Shalom to the sisters in the know that are studying, praying, Shalom, and a Bible ball, Shalom.